Hello guys, my name is 711 and lately, very recently I should say, Volcanion was released and um, so this is a quick video about Volcanion and my take on Volcanion as far as competitive battling goes. So um, if you look at Volcanion's stats, um, 80, 120, and 90 are its defenses, which is really good. And then 110, 130, and 70 is very, very solid, with its only real weakness being a base 70 speed. So that really stinks. So, what I did was, I looked up a few ways to run Volcanion, and they said, well, maybe you could do Scarf, or Specs, or Life Orb, or Citrus Berry. I've seen, and not too many people said to run Assault Vest. I am running Assault Vest with Flame Charge, and then the usual Steam Eruption, Fire Blast, Hidden Power Ice. Interestingly enough, Steam Eruption and Fire Blast, they both have 110 power, but Steam Eruption is 10% more accurate and has a 20% greater chance to burn the target. So Steam Eruption is better in most cases, and it just comes down to the situation of whether or not it's super effective on the opponent or not. So I said, you know what, I'm going to try out Volcanion. Let's see how it goes in battle in against other OU teams. And so I decided to build a team around it. I said, you know what, Volcanion is weak to electricity. So I brought Gliscor with Protect, Knockoff, Earthquake, and Toxic. The usual Toxic Orb, Poison Heal type thing. Very, very physically bulky with a little bit of speed investment, because you already have base 95 speed and it's pretty good. Next, I noticed that Volcanion is very, very weak to Stealth Rock. So I decided to bring Mega Sableye, and this is my favorite set to use against a Mega Sableye. I'm sorry, to use with Mega Sableye to not have Stealth Rock, to not get statused, to burn physical attackers, set up Calm Minds on special attackers, go for Recover, and then Snarl. Snarl is to lower special attack every time. So that was really, really good. And then, so we have Rotom for another Pokemon to use. I said, you know what? If I get to Thunder Wave a couple Pokemon, keep it healthy with Pain Split, and do some slow Volt Switch stuff, then Volcanion could get a good opportunity. So that was a plan that I had going in. And then also Choice Band Weavile, just in case I need something really fast and really strong right away. He's a really great revenge killing Pokemon, and I said, you know what, let's bring Weavile. And then finally, I said, you know what, I need another wall, and preferably a wall that can heal itself, that can recover. So I have the Slack Off, really defensive Slowbro set. So that was my team altogether. And another interesting thing is that I didn't mention, Volcanion has Water Absorb ability. So if I have Gliscor in, or Sableye, or Weavile, and I'm going to predict a Scald, or a Surf, or a Hydro Pump, then Volcanion can switch in perfectly safely. And Gliscor has that really bad weakness to ice. Well, Volcanion, water, and fire can take on ice moves pretty well there. So that was my strategy there, and so I have a couple battles for you. Um, so let's play these battles here. So I start off with Gliscor here, and here's this Medicham. And so the first thing I decided to do was go for Protect. And just because of Fake Out or Ice Punch, I wanted to get that ready to go. And so I go for into Sableye here. And you know what? Maybe I can Will-O-Wisp this thing. And yes, I do manage to Will-O-Wisp. And the Ice Punch isn't going to take me out just yet. I decided to switch here into Rotom, who can take an Ice Punch very well. And you get some more burn damage. High Jump Kick was huge because now I go for a Volt Switch, which is able to take out the Medicham. And so whenever Rotom goes back, I say, you know, maybe this is the time for Volcanion. Wrong, because you have something called Earthquake. So I go into my own Gliscor, which is immune to the Earthquake, and maybe I can get a knockoff or something. I see he has Ice Fang, and so that's really scary in and of itself. So I decide to switch here, and I go into Slowbro, because Slowbro is a physical monster, and he can take these. He gets frozen, but I'm okay with that because I have Scald. And Scald is able to take care of the, the ice problem. And I do manage to get a burn on the Starmie, which is pretty awesome. So I forget that Starmie gets Thunderbolts, and I pay the price. This is not enough to live a Thunderbolt. And I said, you know what, maybe he'll predict and go for Ice Beam. So I didn't go in the Gliscor there. I felt that Rotom was the best switch. And so Thunderbolt is still doing a lot of damage. And I Volt Switch, and down goes the Starmie. So I'm feeling pretty good about this battle so far. A lot of my Pokemon have taken a beating. Regenerator, Slowbro is doing really well here. And Knockoff just takes out this Slowbro because Bisharp is a beast, especially with the Life Orb that he has. So the Iron Head is able to take out the Sableye. So I was up 6-4, and now it's 4-4. He goes for the Sucker Punch. I knew I'd be able to live that, and I go for a Low Kick, which absolutely destroys the Bisharp. So now things are looking good again, but Low Kick isn't going to do anything to Sylveon, so I decided to switch into Volcanion because he's a Fire type and he can resist, Fairy type moves. And I go for the Flame Charge here, which allows me to outspeed the Gliscor. And Steam Eruption is able to decimate Gliscor. Next we have a Talonflame. There's the Brave Bird, and boom. That almost takes me out. And finally we have the Sylveon, and I go for a Fire Blast, which does a decent amount of damage. Hidden Power, that's probably Hidden Power Ground, takes that out. And then finally I have the Icicle Crash to take out the Sylveon. And that is the game. So that was a really good battle. It showed how good Volcanion can be, because Volcanion was able to go for Flame Charge on a switch and take out the Gliscor, and he was able to survive the Talonflame's Brave Bird. So that was really good. Some of the weaknesses that you see with Volcanion is he was unable to do a whole lot to the special wall that is well, I can't think. Sylveon. So that's pretty good. Um, so I have two other battles for you. Let's put the music on. Let's go into normal speed. And so we have a sand team, if I ever did see one. And let's go into this. So he starts off with a Tyranitar, just like I suspected, thinking he may go for rocks right away. And I decide to burn him. And he is going straight for the Dragon Dances. So this is a pretty scary battle right from the get-go. Right from the get-go. So I start snarling because that's really my only offensive move. And so I see that's not doing much, and I switch. And I figured, you know, maybe Tyranitar is going to do more setup. He doesn't. Go straight for the Stone Edge. And Weavile goes down right away. And so I knew this was going to be an uphill battle for the rest of the time. Rotom is able to take a Stone Edge and miss a Hydro Pump. And so he lands another Stone Edge, and Rotom goes down. So this is a very, very bad start for me. Very bad start. So I decided to go for Recover, because I know that he won't be able to last forever with those burns. He switches into Gliscor here, and as I go for Recover, and so now there's a toxic Gliscor out. I say, you know what, let's go into Volcanion. He taunts me, and he goes for Knockoff. Had he gone for Earthquake, that would have done a lot of damage, but I'm packing the Hidden Power Ice. I decided that would be really safe, you know, because Steam Eruption does have a 5% chance of missing. So I have Steam Eruption that doesn't do a whole lot, and Blastoise is burned. And I said, well, what does Blastoise want to do against this Volcanion? What does Blastoise want to do against Volcanion? I don't really care about the taunts that Volcanion had, because Assault Vest and all. I said, oh, he wants to Toxic the Volcanion. He wants to Toxic the Volcanion. Well, in that case, I'm going to switch into a Pokemon that doesn't mind being toxic, and he misses again, which really is a shame. But considering what all that has been going on, you know, it happens. It's Pokemon. So I switch in, and I get to take this Scald, which was really nice. And so I know that Blastoise really, really wants to Toxic Volcanion, so I switch into Gliscor again. He lands a Toxic, but it doesn't even matter. So Blastoise is finally in the red. Gliscor is faster than Blastoise, and I go for a knockoff. And that's how that works out quite nicely. So Gliscor is faster than Tyranitar, so I get to take out the Tyranitar as well. But I was really, really proud of my play of being able to use the Volcanion's Water Absorb to get some more health back. So I'm really scared of this Excadrill here because of the Swords Dance. And he Swords Dance again right there because he probably thought I was going to Protect. And I almost clicked Protect, to be honest. I wanted to, like, stall out the sand for a little while. But, oh well. So, down, off goes the Sharp Beak. And I have no reason not to Protect, but I didn't. I went right for the knockoff again. There's some more Poison Heal. And I let Gliscor go down there. And finally, all that's left is Magnezone, I should say. I made a mistake here, guys. I should have Fire Blasted, but I forgot that Volcanion was weak to fire. So I just wanted to do a little bit of setup. That was my fault entirely. And so the rest of this battle here is just stalling with Mega Sableye, who can Will-O-Wisp this Magnezone and just whittle it down, whittle it down, whittle it down. And then Sableye's Calm Mind, Snarl combination is going to make Magnezone's Thunderbolts not do anything. So that was really the end of that battle, and I had a 2-0 win. I'm not going to show you the rest. And now finally, here's the third battle. So we have 2 dragons, we have 2 legendaries, we have Superior, a lot of scary stuff. So here's a Sableye against Scizor, Mega Scizor I should say. I go for the Will-O-Wisp right away as he U-turns, and that's probably the best scenario for me that I can think of. And so I go for Will-O-Wisp again. And really, that's pretty much all that Sableye was able to do for Superior. Actually, that's all Sableye was able to do in this battle. So I go in the Weavile here, and the Ice Shard is going to outspeed, take out the Superior quite nicely. So I go into Slowbro here, which can take the V-Create that I thought he was going to do. Bolt Strike is a physical move, which is the only reason why I was able to eat that up as nicely as I did. So I go into Gliscor here, expecting another electric attack, but I forget about Glaciate. Let me go into the normal speed here. So he goes for another Bolt Strike, and Volcanion is able to take out Victini with a Flame Charge. So this is huge, because what happens here, he sends out Weavile, and just that one speed boost, I'm able to outspeed a Weavile. And if you think about that, that is massive, that I'm able to outspeed a Weavile with just one speed boost. So Fusion Bolt is able to destroy me, especially with the Life Orb. But I'm able to take out the Superior, take out the Weavile. I'm sorry, not the Superior. I'm able to take out the Weavile, the Victini, and do a good bit to Cure him Black before Volcanion goes down. So Volcanion is good for a mid-game mini sweep, and once Scizor realizes he can't do much, Garchomp can't do much to my team either, especially with Weavile around. He forfeits right there. So that was another good battle. So in one battle, Volcanion was able to destroy a Gliscor. In this battle, he was able to take out this Weavile. And just in general, in the other battle, Volcanion was able to recover health with the Water Absorb ability. So, as a whole, Volcanion is a pretty good Pokemon if you know how to use him correctly and capitalize on using his ability well. As far as other moves go, he also gets Sludge Wave, but then if you have Sludge Wave, Flame Charge, Fire, a Fire move, and Steam Eruption, then you cannot touch Dragon types at all. And if you put on Hidden Power Ice, that helps a bit with those Dragon types. But Volcanion really doesn't have a great way of hitting electric types really hard unless it's like electric and something else like Magnezone, Fire Blast, or Stunfisk. You can use a water move there. But yeah, Volcanion is pretty bad with its speed. Flame Charge was really able to help. And so with that, with the electric weakness, with the stealth rock weakness, with ground weakness, you can get all the coverage, with 4 moves, but then you would be slow. Or you can gain speed and drop some coverage. So that's my thought to Volcanion. In my opinion, Volcanion will never go into Ubers. I think that OU is a pretty good place for Volcanion to stay. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please sure to leave a like and subscribe for more to come. And that is Volcanion. Peace.